Hello, this is Malorian, and this will be a little 1,000 point battle of my orcs versus some empire. So, with the new book coming out next week, I was kind of desperate to get in one last game that was the 10th game of my orc with the wizard hat, just to finish my little tale, the 10 games, and really the only option I had was to go in and go to the actual GW store, and there they're just kind of doing small games. And in fact, I was only able to go against the store, one of the red shirts there. So anyway, it's only a little 1,000 point battle. On my side, I have two wolf chariots. I have the horde of 50 night goblins with a one night goblin big boss with a great weapon. Then I have a horde of 40 orcs, and in there I have my warboss with the wizard hat, Gandork. And then I also have a black orc BSB with the Wa banner. On the other side there, he has 20, what do you call those things? Flagellants, and then he has 20 swordsmen, and there's a warrior priest in there. On the right side, he has this general of the empire that's all mounted, and then he has 10 handgunners with looks like full command, and the BSBs in there, and then he has a mortar up on the hill. For terrain, we were just kind of using what was laid out, and so nothing really had magical effects other than it being mysterious. And so the one forest that the flagellants are in right now, that wasn't actually was a poisonous thicket, so that was a little bit of bad luck for him. And the reason why we're all oddly deployed is that this is the dawn attack, so we had to kind of roll for where we were. So he got really split up, where some of his big blocks had to be on the left, and then he kind of deployed his other things on the hill. And he also deployed before me, so uh, he didn't really know where my stuff was going to go. And then I only had the one chariot that was forced for me to be on the left side, and then everything else was in the middle. So really the plan here is to concentrate on that nice little expensive stuff that's easy to kill on the right side, and then swing around and kill the stuff on the left. So turn one for the Empire. Pretty simple. Those flagellants move up. Only two of them die, so it wasn't so bad. Swordsman went into these other woods. They're just a plain woods, it turns out. General switches over, and that's pretty much it. In the magic phase, he decides nothing's worth doing, and in the shooting phase, his mortar scatters off of me. So not really anything on the first turn. My first turn, I actually do more damage to myself than he did. On the right there, my goblin squabbled, and so my BSB killed a few of them to stop animosity. And then in the magic phase, I got heavens for my random lore, and I got the buff that lets my units reroll all ones, and then I also got the comet. Now, so nothing was really worth doing as far as buffing my own guys at this point, so I decided to go for comet. I got irresistible force, and so I have the marker kind of in the middle of the woods there. And then I also, from the miscast, I took a wound on Gandork and killed a bunch of my guys. So yeah, so far I'm just being more deadly to myself. But we'll see how much damage that comet does. So turn 2 Empire. His flagellants are moving up, trying to get to a better position. Uh, in the magic phase, the comet does not fall, so it just goes up a counter. And then in the shooting phase, I get lucky. His mortar explodes, so there's some victory points free for me. But then he also has the Hochland long rifle in that unit there, and he actually snipes and does a wound to my BSB. So that's not any good. But hopefully I can go for a long charge with that wall banner and get rid of that stuff right away now, especially knowing that I don't have a mortar to take care of. So my turn 2, that's exactly what I do. I declare my Wa. On the right I get the free move up, and I get the extra movement from the declaring. Uh, I don't think I lost anything really from the stand and shoot, and I just got right into there. As you can see from combat, I just slaughtered the unit, but this BSB actually has a banner that makes him stubborn. So he held me up, and I decided to combat reform just to make sure I was facing the right way, just because I don't know how long it's going to take me to kill this guy, and I don't want my flank showing to his other units. Otherwise, the comet fell and did pretty much nothing. His one general has a 2+ save or 1+, so it didn't really matter. And then any damage to the swordsman, I only made him do 3 6+ saves, and he made 2 of them. So really didn't do too much, but at least I'm racking up a few more victory points while I'm still just trying to now entrap this left side. Empire turn 3. Sorry about the blurry picture, but basically all that happens here is his swordsmen try for a long bomb charge, but fail, and so just kind of shuffle up a bit. And his flagellants, they move up, and I think something that you can see here too is that I actually got the comet off a second time, and so that killed off some of the flagellants, so that was great. But he's really just trying to put up some pressure, seeing that things are going really bad. And then in combat, my warboss challenges the BSB and kill him. So really, he's just really down now to these 2 units in the general. My turn 3, I just kind of really still trying to get into position. So I'm just really moving up my orcs. In the magic phase, I miscast again, or what is it? No, where I get that second wound on for me. I must have miscast again. Or no, I took a wound from the BSB. That's what happened. So in both my characters are now down to 1 wound, so I have to be really careful with that one general charging in. But anyway, all I was able to do for the magic phase was to buff me, and I threw that one chariot up there just to kind of bait his flagellants, and maybe even his swordsman, depending how crazy he is. So I'm really just waiting for him to make his move, and then I counter him. Whoa, and okay, this picture really didn't turn out well. Anyway, what happened here is the flagellants charge my chariot. I flee and get away. His swordsmen charge my spears. I net him. He doesn't do all that well. My big boss kills his unit champ in a challenge, and in the end, I actually beat him, but he held. And the other thing there, his general charges into my unit, issues a challenge, so my BSB takes it just to kind of trying to reduce what damage he does. But it turns out that he gave his guy the Rune Fang. So, he hits me twice, does 2 wounds, and boom, my BSB is gone. I won combat and he held, but now people watching are kind of laughing because here's it's only a 1,000 point game, but here he has this big 100 point item on his guy. I have this big 100 point item on mine. Just something you really wouldn't normally see in a smaller game like this. So my turn 4, my chariot goes into the one side with the swordsmen, destroy them, go into the flagellants. In the magic phase, I get off the comet again, and then in combat there, I'm refusing his challenge from his general, knowing that he has a Rune Fang and I have only 1 wound left. Beat him with combat res, he breaks, but gets away. So Empire turn 5, the general rallies, comet comes down, and with impacts and everything, he's only down to just the Prophet of Doom. So really looking bad there. My turn 5, I charge into the general on the top, kill him. Sorry, God, yeah, I wish I would have killed him. No, he stays again. I just can't do any wounds to him, and then he loses by a bit, but he just keeps passing his break test. And in the bottom, I actually didn't even kill his prophet. In order to spite me, he actually killed himself. With the doom is nigh. So that's a little funny, in your face. Ha, you can't kill me if I kill myself first. So Empire last turn. This is his last model. Kills a couple of my guys and holds. And then my last turn, I got a lot of boos from the crowd because, he issues this last turn challenge, and, really the game is in the bag. So even though I would probably die from him, I have nothing to lose. But I turned it down just because, for then the tail, I don't want my guy dying or something. But anyway, yeah, turn down the challenge. I win combat through static res, but he doesn't break. So that's the game. So obviously in the end it's a victory for the Orcs. Couple interesting things from this game. One, just seeing that these hordes were working in small point battles. I've been told by people before that hordes really have no place in small point games. They're only good for bigger games. I really think that's completely false. Whenever you can horde, do it. It's just good all the time. Another thing is just great to see that my Gandork was doing really well. Uh, here I landed 3 comets in this game, which was great. And I mean, it's just a little fun thing to do. You got this 100 points thing. You could be using those same 100 points to be getting a support shaman, but at least now you have access to the really good lores in the main rule book. This will probably change when the new Orc book comes out, just because the Orc spells are so good on their own. But it was just a fun, great thing to try out, and a nice little quick game to end things off with my Tale of Gandork. So we might see him in the future, but probably not very often. So anyway, hope you liked the report. Bye.